Was this the greatest mayor Providence ever had? And why is he here? Hey everybody, it's Chris with the Rediscovering Rhode Island channel. Welcome back. If you saw the World War I monument video, we talked about an awesome monument that was at one point in a Providence roadway that was very difficult to check out and enjoy despite its incredible awesomeness. And the city, multiple decades later, moved it to a location that is perfect. And the reason for its relocation made so much sense on so many levels. Today's video is about another monument that was also moved, but for the life of me, I don't know why. Maybe someone watching this video can put it in the comments if you know the history on this thing. Let's talk about it. So we are in beautiful Cathedral Square. It is beautiful. However, nobody's enjoying it. And it's been like this for, I want to say forever, or at least as long as I can remember. But when it was planned, I believe they had grand ideas for this. I'm shooting this video on a weekday right at lunchtime. So it's not like I'm here on a weekend when there's no one in the city and I'm, misrepresenting Cathedral Square. This is probably as busy as it gets. And if you see somebody other than me, oh, there's somebody. Look at that. There is somebody enjoying Cathedral Square. But when the planners planned this, I don't think this is what they had envisioned. We've got to go back in time to the period before Cathedral Square existed, when Weybosset Street and Westminster Street intersected right around where we are right now. So we're looking towards downtown right now. As you can see, I'm going to zoom in right now. And I found an old photo of this area. And what I'm going to do is slide it in the video right now so you can check it out. So this photo is from the College Hill Independent. And you can see there's the great cathedral right there. So we're standing right around where that photo is taken from. And at that point, Westminster came in on your left, Weybosset on the right. And in the middle of that intersection was a statue of a great mayor of Providence. That mayor, Thomas Doyle, served for 3 terms. Does it sound familiar? Kind of like Buddy Cianci. But in his day, Mayor Doyle was something else. So let's talk about him. So we're now going to walk to the corner of Chestnut and Broad. During the 1960s, when urban renewal was ravaging so many cities, when interstate highways were dissecting those very cities, the city of Providence, knowing that 95 was going to cut right through it, meaning it was going to block off Westminster and Weybosset, somewhere along the line it was decided to create a plaza there. And my guess is they imagined it would be like the great European plazas that would, be bustling with people and throngs of crowds and all the rest of it. And I guess at some point in the process for planning this plaza, what we now call Cathedral Square, they decided to take that statue of Mayor Doyle and move it. And I don't know why. Again, the World War I monument statue makes perfect sense why they moved it on a couple of levels. First of all, it's now more accessible, more easily enjoyed. And secondly, it was part of the relocation of the rivers, which helped foster Providence's Renaissance. I get the moving of that statue. But why did they move the statue of Mayor Doyle? Someone's got to know. This was done in 1967, the year I was born. They didn't move it far. Chestnut and Broad is not far at all from Cathedral Square. What puzzles me about the move is if they thought that Cathedral Square was going to be, a plaza that people could enjoy, why not leave a statue in the middle of that plaza? It was in the middle of a roadway, kind of like the World War I monument was. And I don't imagine many people would enjoy the statue that sat in the middle of the intersection of Weybosset and Westminster. So my thought would be, hey, leave it in this plaza that we're going to create. Now, if they did that, that's this statue that we're about to see, which is right over there, would be in the middle of a plaza that's not well used, as you just saw. But I don't think the planners thought that. I don't think the planners knew that Cathedral Square would be an empty, desolate place. And by the way, I know there are efforts to resuscitate it. I'm not sure how that's going. If you're new to the channel, I just relocated back to Rhode Island after being gone for 30 plus years. So we're on the corner of Chestnut and Broad, and there is the statue that once sat at the intersection of Westminster and Weybosset. So you can see there, some of the writing on that base of the statue is invisible because of the growth of the greenery. I wonder how many people enjoy this statue, and I wonder how many people walk by it every day without even know, or drive by it every day without even knowing it's there. Let's talk about how great of a mayor he was. So as I said earlier, he was elected 3 different times, a la Buddy Cianci. And before Buddy Cianci, he was the longest serving mayor in Providence's history. Now, he was mayor, he was first elected right at the end of the Civil War. And he served at a time when Providence was booming because the beginning of, industrial growth was really taking hold in cities like Providence. And a lot of great things happened under his watch, one of which was the construction of our wonderful City Hall. In terms of popularity, when this statue was unveiled, I found a photograph that I got from a website that was run by David Broussard, longtime editorial writer of the Providence Journal. I learned in the process of putting this video together that he has passed away, and that's too bad. He was a real asset to the city on so many levels, but I found a photograph. I'm going to slip it in here. Look at the crowds in what we now call Cathedral Square at the unveiling of the statue. I mean, you don't see crowds like that very often for anybody, and let alone a big city mayor. So as we head back to Cathedral Square, my question for you is, do you know why we would take a statue of a 3-term mayor, the longest serving mayor up until Buddy Cianci in the city's history, and remove him from what we would hope would become a public plaza, and instead relocate him to the corner of Chestnut and Broad? Why? When was the last time you've been to Cathedral Square? It's a beautiful place, it really is, but there's nobody here. What if you built a plaza and no one showed up? And I'm not one of those guys that likes to criticize decisions that were made decades ago because, hindsight is 20/20 vision. But I imagine somebody watching this video might know a little more about the history of Providence than I do and can fill in the blanks in the comments. That is a beautiful cathedral. It is absolutely beautiful. So this channel is going to explore topics related to Rhode Island from all over the state, not just Providence. So if you're into Rhode Island content, please subscribe to this channel. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you have any comments on anything we talked about, if you have any answers to the questions we raised, please put it in the comment section. I'd love for you to become a subscriber to the channel, and it's real easy. You just hit that subscription button. The trees are starting to bloom, as you can see, in Providence. But whether you subscribe to the channel or not, I do appreciate you watching. And until the next video, thanks again and have a great day. Bye-bye.